Well, Donald Trump was in and out of courthouses last week, and Joe Biden was in and out of his mind. Two big issues as we get deeper into the presidential campaign. For more on this, let's shuffle in Republican strategist Kate Monroe, along with Democratic strategist Robin Biro, who once served as an Obama campaign director. So, we got the impending South Carolina primary. It wasn't even part of the conversation last week, and yet it happens in 7 days because Donald Trump's legal issues were front and center. So, Kate, it's not theoretical anymore. Trump is close to wrapping up the nomination within 3 weeks, and voters are actually changing their minds recently that if Trump were convicted, in the past, it would have made a very big difference in this election. As of now, it's becoming far less of an issue.
Yeah, it's not a real big surprise. It's very easy if you have eyeballs and ears that what is going on is simply election interference. You can see it plain as day. No matter what they do, this man, Donald Trump, will overcome whatever obstacle. The American public can see that. All it's doing is pulling people that would be undecided. Some of the people from the left even, you're even picking up other communities that are saying, you know what? This man did not do what you're saying he should do. I remember when the country was safer, we were in a better economic position, and I sure as heck am going to vote for Donald Trump no matter what, convictions or no.
So the Robert Hur report on Joe Biden's handling of classified documents has stirred up, a huge hornet's nest and really tons of problems for the president. He's directly contradicting Hur. Meanwhile, Hur is expected to testify in Congress this upcoming March. So, Robin, Shouldn't the public see the video testimony, or at the very least read the transcripts, to judge who's telling the truth and what Biden's mental capacity was during that?
Oh, sure. Look, sunlight is always the best natural disinfectant. So let's get more sunlight on this issue. The public definitely deserves to know. And look, as a Democrat, I'll just say I wasn't really thrilled with the fact that we found out just yesterday that the Biden administration was trying to quash this the day before the Hur report was made public. That's not a good look. But I will say this: it's not affecting fundraising. Right now, the Biden campaign in their fourth quarterly fundraising is still outpacing Trump quite a bit. They've got $46 million on hand to Trump's $33.2 million. That's substantial. And I want to point out, while I'm talking about fundraising, Nikki Haley has $24 million in the bank. So even though she's down for the count right now, it looks like it, she's not going anywhere because she's got plenty of money.
She does. And a good point about Biden and his fundraising. A Monmouth University poll in 2020, 52% of Americans were more confident in Biden's mental and physical stamina as compared to Trump. Today, only 32% of Americans think Biden still has all his faculties, while Trump holds the most confidence at 51%. The numbers definitely speak for themselves, Kate. It's amazing that this issue has flipped.
It's amazing that it's flipped, I guess, in their opinion. But if you just, again, have eyes and ears, you can listen to him, watch him speak, the way he shuffles around all of his gaffes. It's not even just gaffes. If he doesn't have a teleprompter, it's alarming what he may say. I don't think we have to wonder about his mental faculties anymore. What came out in her report substantiated more of that. I don't think it's going to be Biden, and we keep talking about his mental health. He's not going to make it to the general election. I think it's going to be someone like Newsom, possibly Michelle Obama, and we need to be very focused on who they're going to throw in right at the last minute while they're doing all of this gaslighting of the American public over Joe Biden's mental senility.
So, Robin, knowing those numbers, and this is the biggest issue that Biden might have, he's taking a physical, but they're not going to give him a cognitive test. Do you think that's a mistake?
I don't think Americans really are going to care about that.
Well, they do, according to the polls. That's the point, though.
When then President Trump took the cognitive test, it was a joke.
Yeah.
But even if President Biden took the cognitive test, I honestly don't think it's going to make anyone satisfied that's already not planning on voting for him because of his age. I really don't think there's much that he can do to overcome the fact that he's 81, 82 years old, and Trump I think is 79. They're close in age, but let's just be real. I hope when I'm their age, I'm retired, sitting on a front porch and not running for president. More power to both of them.
Yeah, I think Trump is 77, 78. We had new polls that came out this weekend. Not much change. Trump is dominating the primary in South Carolina. We saw Addison's report before. 65% are going right now with Trump. Nikki Haley gets 30% a week from now if that stays the same. He is blowing her away in Super Tuesday states. Trump definitely, and this is the knock on him, obviously, he says some dumb things about her husband and even to let Russia do what it wants against NATO countries if they don't pay up. That's the part people don't like about Trump. But right now, Kate, none of this is making a difference.
No, none of it. Absolutely none of it's going to make a difference, I don't feel, because when you're stacking the two of them up, she went to South Carolina well ahead of him, and it did little or nothing to help her pick up any steam. He's been battling in court. He was also in Nevada when she wasn't there, and she was already in South Carolina. Nikki Haley stands no chance against Donald Trump. I think what people want, they realize they're not going to go to dinner with the man. They're not going to be friends with him. What they want is a safe country and a good economy. That's what people are focused on. All the people in America want those same things, and they remember when they had it under Trump. So none of this new stuff is going to change the history that they're relying on for the future.
Kate Monroe and Robin Biro, appreciate you being on.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, still with me.